Well, good morning. Hope you're ready for a great Wednesday and just being able to be blessed. We hope to see you tonight at church. And I was reading a story. Fred Mueller shared a story that I wanted to share with you. It was an encouragement to me. Hope it is to you. And the story was told in pioneer days in our country. A man was making his way out west when he came to the Missouri River. Now, it was winter and ice was covering the river from bank to bank. But how could the man be sure that it would hold his weight? He was very concerned at that. He knew people often drowned in that river, and when the ice broke, they would fall through. Yet he had to get to the other side. He had to cross. And he walked out a little way, and then, gripped with fear, he crawled back on his hands and knees, just afraid at any time that it may crash. And he looked back and saw how far the bank was behind him, and he didn't know what to do. And he knew that he would drown if the ice broke and the water was so cold. And so he spread his weight evenly, out just as far as he could, and lay flat on his belly and slowly drew himself out across the river, slowly but surely, a few inches at a time. And all of a sudden, from behind him, he heard a whistling, and he whipped his head around and saw a huge man coming. And the man was walking across the ice, leading a team of horses, drawing a heavy wooden sleigh. And he was smiling and whistling and tipped his hat. And so the timid man then stood up and brushed off the ice crystals and managed to sheepish smile to the guy. See, that old farmer had crossed the river many times, and he had crossed that ice many times, and he knew that it could be trusted. And, one of my favorite scriptures in Psalms says, "Oh, taste and see that the Lord is good." There's a lot of times when we're uncertain about stuff and we don't know which way to go. And we need to, but if we've tasted of how good God is, then we know. And we've got to have faith that God's going to take care of us. If we've tasted it and seen how good He is, we know that He's going to take care of us. When we used to travel with Southern Airs, we used to sing a song called "We've Come This Far by Faith." And that was basically what it says. We've come this far by faith, trusting in His Word, trusting in God, trusting in His daily Word, and He's never failed me yet. And I'm here to tell you that whatever you're facing today, God's not going to fail you. And so I just encourage you, taste and see, because we can be sure, just like this man was sure that that ice would hold him up, we can be sure that God's going to hold us up and He's going to help us through. Hope you have a great Wednesday.